Coe, LPGA Tour player. We're gonna have her.
Thank you very much.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're working on and what you're seeing here and what some of your coaches are talking about. And, tell us a little bit about what you're seeing here and what you're working on.
Well, I like a lot of these numbers. They make me happy that my off-season work has actually worked. But where my club is exiting here, I like that. Before it has been through my neck, so that kind of means that's coming too much from the inside, rolling up with my hands. So that's a better exit point. I've always had the problem of hanging back a little too much where my weight is farther on my right side, so I'm happy that I'm a little more on my left side. So that improves my ball striking. And what other numbers do we have? Yeah, I like that my hands are ahead of the ball, that I have a flat left wrist.
So Joanna's one of the longest players on the LPGA Tour. What do you think? What do you think attributes to that? What are you working on to get that? How are you able to do that?
I've always went at it pretty hard. I was on a boys' high school golf team, so that helped. But no, I've just been working out really hard now. But as far as working on it in my golf swing, I work on stuff with using that's really light, with shaft swings. But I don't think about my speed while I'm actually hitting it. It just comes naturally. So that's a strength of mine, I think.
So I want to kind of show you a few numbers here that are really kind of interesting. The first thing is that this is like her face mapping. So she has a very tight face mapping here. We just hit 4 shots. This is actually not her specific driver. But one of the things that kind of jumps out is very consistent path. The path is within it probably, let's see, 0.2, 0.1, 0.4, 1. Angle of attack is very consistent. So she's hitting in that basically zero path, getting up on it 3.4 degrees, 4 degrees, and she's hitting this spot at 100 miles an hour. So that's a really, really good numbers. That's kind of what we're looking for. We want to see an angle of attack that matches the path. We want to see that the speed as high as we can with the centered shots as much as possible. The one thing that was kind of interesting to me was the lie angle that we're measuring here. And so this golf club has 57 degrees of lie angle. It's a 57.8 degree drive lie angle, and she's presenting almost 5 degrees. The lie angle's toe up 5 degrees. So to me, that's kind of an interesting number. I'm really anxious to actually measure the driver that she has to see what's really happening there, and if that's causing any face-to-path issues. So that's a really important number to me to see really what's happening there. But to get a path at 0, angle of attack at 3 up, at that speed and hit it at the same spot. That's why she's playing on the LPGA Tour. It's really cool. So, anyways, what else? Would you like to say anything else? Anything else you want to work on?
I don't like that my head goes back a few inches. I want to fix that, but it's better. Back, a couple years ago, that was really bad. Let's see.
One other thing that I see, if we look from above here, Joanna has her hips are actually roughly 58 degrees open here, and that is the highest that I've seen on any LPGA tour or on any female golfer. I've never seen a female player, accomplished player, be able to get her hips that open at impact. And what most of the gals do is they basically kind of stand up, they get on their toes, and their hips don't really open. So I'm really actually curious to know how you think you're able to, I think that's where your speed is coming from. You're able to rotate your hips really fast without and keeping your heels on the ground. So maybe, I don't know if you want to answer that question, but this is a very interesting thing. We've never seen this before, and this is one of the reasons I think why you're one of the longer players on tour.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do anything specifically with your lower body workout that allows you to get that separation between your hips and your shoulders, or how do you do that?
I mean, like I said, I don't really work on it. I was a soccer player, so my lower body has always worked pretty well. So I think that's what's helped a lot of my lower body and leg action was my sports prior to golf. So I've never thought about like, oh, I should break my hips open faster. At times I've wanted to slow them down a little bit, but as long as I have more weight on my left side and keep my hand angles, then I can hit it pretty far doing that.
So yeah, that's really cool information. I think that, you know, from our perspective here, it's like, yeah, we've never seen this number before. So what is it that you're generating? How this is amazing. Like how you're able to generate so much club head speed. That's how you're doing that. So this is going to be more of an accuracy tool, where somebody that's really rotating their hips and shoulders fast through the ball instead of stalling out and rotating, having the grip release like right here. The other thing that she does very good, this is her speed, her grip speed at impact is 17.7 miles per hour, and her club head speed's roughly 100. The ratio there is 5.5 between the grip and the club head speed. So, you know, what Gears would like to tell you is that that's one of the reasons why you don't have very much deflection. That's one of the reasons why your face mapping is so tight. And that's one of the reasons why, and looking at your rotary motion here, it's not a real linear flip. It's a very rotary motion. That's basically what's causing you to be able to present less. You're not offending the shaft as much. You know, that's able to get you that more precise. So any of you out there that are trying to, you know, get better, and you know, this is a really good model to look at. Somebody that really has a lot of hip rotation, a lot of circular momentum, not really getting on their toes and stalling out, flipping. So that's a very good ratio, very fast hand speed, and that's a pretty impressive number. So that's what I want to tell you. It's really good. So yeah. So, Joanna, thank you for coming. This is really an honor to have you here. Get a warm round of applause for Joanna Coe. Good luck.